We'll see Tiberius here with round 7 of a Memorial Day MCQ. We are out of it for the most part, but we really like this hand. Our opponent took a minute to get started, so we also took 5 minutes of their clock. But we'll see what we're up against. This is combo. So we are very much going to want to go get our life total up and hope they don't have Lab Man for the Ad Nauseum here. We are going to cast Serra Ascendant aggressively here to try to get through them. And we do need to draw a 3rd mana to get Gideon of the Trials online. That would help as well. Swamp. Pentad Prism. We will be able to get Serra online right away. Runed Halo is pretty decent. So we will be out of we will be out of range for the lightning storm here. And we might be able to clock them out of the game. They Serum Visions. City of Brass, dealing themselves 1 damage. That, if they have to tap that twice, that actually shortens their clock. We will use Flagstones here. We'll get a basic Plains and cast Gideon. See if they can answer this. Normally they need 5 lands to go off. They're going to try to spoils here in response. Choosing Pact of Negation. So they're going to pack that and then try to win the game. They actually can't pay. They need to be able to Simian Spirit Guide next turn. They need to be able to Simian Spirit Guide next turn to be able to pay for the Pact, which will deal damage to them. Angel's Grace stops them from losing the game. And they take 3. If they miss on mana, though, They could still Angels Grace themselves out here. Spoils of the Vault while they're Angels Gracing. They go for Phyrexian Unlife here, which they will cast. So we could have had Blast Zone ready to... Oh no, it's 3 mana. We could have had Blast Zone ready to blow that up, but we can't now. With 2 cards in hand, they either have it or they don't, if we're being perfectly honest. So we will put some charge counters on Blast Zone. And that get them down to 0 here. So now they're taking infect damage. Temple of Deceit comes down. They don't have a way to pay 5 mana here, unless they Simian Spirit Guide. We'll play a Ghost Quarter. Go to attacks. Give them 6 poison counters. And then... So our only chance here really is Blast Zone. We're going to put some charge counters on it. So it will be at 3 next turn. And then we will cast Martyr. No real reason. If they've got it, they've got it. They find the Ad Nauseum, so they can go off this turn. As long as they main deck the Lab Man, they're good to go. Play an island. They do have the Lab Man. I'm not seeing any Simian Spirit Guides to cast the Lab Man. Pentad Prism, I guess. There's a Simian Spirit Guide. There's 2 Simian Spirit Guides. And they've got it, so they should be able to get there off of that. They actually don't run the Lightning Storm at all, it looks like. Nope, there's the Lightning Storm. They revealed it pretty quickly. So they'll take a poison counter to play the Lab Man. To play the Pentad Prison with Sunburst 2. And then play the Simian Spirit Guide? That's a awkward way to get there, but it does get there. Oh. But I don't understand. We'll take it, but I don't understand. Walking Ballista can be cheeky. Disenchant can be good. Stony Silence can be good. We'll take out all the Wrath effects and the Archangel Avacyn to get that. We didn't see any real need for Rest in Peace. Damping Sphere is less of a hard lock than the other stuff, but it's fine. Our deck is being weird again by not letting us bring stuff in. You don't need Ghostly Prisons. We will play first. We'll look for another quick Serra attack. This seems not good. They mulligan to 6. Oh, they want to be on the play because we did lose. That's not much better. We would have loved to hit the Disenchant or the Stony Silence there, but we'll take the Damping Sphere just to slow them down. Path is not useful. There's just so much to sideboard out against them. That's kind of fascinating. Temple of Deceit. Serra. Suspend Lotus Boom. I guess the reason they conceded last game potentially could be they didn't have a way to draw, so they had to just pass and then we blast zone and kill them, I guess, is how that went. That's the only reason I think they conceded, why they conceded last game. We'll hold back here. We don't want them to be able to cast multiple things. It does mess them up. It's not as hard of a lock as the Eidolon, but it does throw off their mana a little bit. They V-click. V-click seems good. Did they V-click themselves, though? No, they V-clicked us. Take Martyr, and then we draw another Martyr. Do it. You won't? They take Ranger, which gives us the Martyr. That's weird. So even if they had taken the Martyr, we still get the Martyr. We are not going to complain about how this is going. They do have a V-click to block, but we can still get up to 30 here. And we will. Showing them that we drew another Martyr of Sands. Will they decide to block is the question here. They do not, so we get in for 6. Lotus Bloom comes into play. They have to cast it, though, so that makes Damping Sphere, that makes them not able to do anything this turn, because Damping Sphere has read them casting a spell. We'll cast another Serra here. Try to get in. Get herself out of Lightning Storm mana range here. They do block last time. They are at 12 life, 13 life. They tap for Phyrexian life. Which is a bummer. That gets them down to 1. We're going to leave that path up just because Damping Sphere might throw it off. Damping Sphere throwing off their ability to cast a Pact on the counter, on the path. I mean, when they go off, they have to kind of spoils on our turn, on the end of our turn, and then try to go off, and they didn't do that. What's unfortunate here is we can't get them down before we deal damage. We're not going to Gideon here. We would love to have the mana to do so, but we don't, so we won't. They Angel's Grace to keep themselves at 1. Okay. That's obnoxious. So now they can safely cast Spoils of the Vault, but they don't. Is the Damping Sphere just good enough here? I don't think it is. They can generate 7 mana here. So 5 red Nauseum. They have the Phyrexian life. Labman. They go for it here. Cast a second Phyrexian life. Okay. Backup is good, I suppose. let's cast that Squadron Hawk. Would have been nice to have that Squadron Hawk instead of the Gideon. That way, I guess it's all the same. They can Angel's Grace again here. If they have it. They don't have it, so they are at a negative life total now, so they need to win this turn. Which I'm not sure they can do. Echoing Truth. So what will... So we could cast the Path here. And then, yeah, let's cast the Path here. Oh no, we can't cast the Path here because we cast the Squadron Hawk. And now we'll have to discard some stuff. So let's discard the Ghostly Prison and a Martyr of Sands. Seachrome Coast tapped. Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize is good. They lose life, so it doesn't deal damage. It's just a free Thoughtseize. Do we then take... Do we then Path here, since they'll probably take the Path? Get some level of value out of it, I suppose. One card left in their hand. We're at 78 to negative 11. The Thoughtseize here should take one of the Serras, but it takes the Gideon. So there is that. I'd love to draw another Path here. Ranger is mostly useless. We will present lethal here and hope. We don't have the path to path their Laboratory Maniac anymore. They have 5 mana through the Damping Sphere. They need something. They need to go off here. They need these 2 cards to allow them to go off. Long thought process here. And they concede, and we get there. So we will take that. We are now on the positive side of the match for the first of the tournament for the first time. And we get there. Very happy about how that went. Would 10 out of 10. Would Damping Sphere again. See you in the last 2 rounds.